Hey everyone, Jatt here. This week on Teamfight Breakdown, we're looking at a surprise 5-0 fight from Game 2 of Fnatic vs Splyce in Week 3 of the European LCS. Sometimes, fights can erupt from out of nowhere. Especially in pro play, teams need to immediately recognize when they're in a dangerous situation and when a fight is imminent. 33 minutes in, the game was relatively close. If you take a look at the minimap, just seconds before the fight began, you wouldn't think Splyce was in danger of being aced. Gamsu's Gnar had no ultimate, and Reckless's Ezreal and Yellowstar's Karma had recently recalled. Yet through solid execution and unpredictable shot calling from Fnatic, as well as a few mistakes made by Splyce, the game was decided in one swift fight. Let's get into it. It's worth noting how this fight essentially starts 3 vs 4, and that catches Splyce completely off guard. Gamsu starts out the fight with some excellent Gnar play. He throws his boomerang at Trashy's Rek'Sai as he hops on him, then lands one auto attack to proc Hyper and gain a speed boost. Then, Febiven's Vladimir ghosts and flashes over Kabe's Caitlyn traps to land an ultimate onto both Kabe and Senkux's Swain, putting Splyce on the back foot. This initiation was possible because Splyce were trying to get quick turret damage in while Fnatic's bot lane returned from base, which could have been fine had they used more traps from Kabe to protect their flanks. If Kabe had trapped both entrances to mid lane, Gamsu's Gnar would have been cut off. Mickey's Soraka also used silence too early. Had he saved it and placed it on Febiven's Vladimir, he could have significantly stalled his approach. That being said, Fnatic take full advantage of the opening Splyce gave them. As Fnatic continue their chase, they continue to execute well and select the right targets. Gamsu again procs Hyper onto Trashy to gain another burst of speed, then retargets onto Mickey, who's low from trying to heal his allies. Notice here how during the retreat, Splyce's spacing is wrong. Mickey finds himself in front of everyone on his team except for Wonder's Fizz, whereas with proper spacing, Trashy and Senkux would be in front of Mickey. But with nobody to help Mickey out, Gamsu easily finishes off the kill. This is where Splyce begin to fight back. Wonder lands Chum the Waters onto Febiven and looks to burst him down. Yet Reckless and Spirit counter Wonder with enough damage to push him back, allowing Febiven to start healing back up. Reckless then arcane shifts across the fight and secures his first kill onto Wonder. From there, he lands multiple skill shots onto Trashy to pick up his second kill. Then, he joins in with the rest of his team to finish off Senkux, who is trying to heal up with Ravenous Flock. At this point in the fight, many members of Fnatic are low, but that doesn't stop their aggression. Reckless again arcane shifts forward and nails Kabe with a Mystic Shot, applying an Iceborne Gauntlet slow before being crit by Kabe, which forces him to flash back to safety. Febiven then pops out of Sanguine Pool, gets a shield from Yellowstar, and takes down Kabe with Tides of Blood and an auto attack. Looking back, this teamfight was all about Fnatic making a call to fight and committing to that call fully. The situation itself didn't appear opportunistic for Fnatic, yet by playing so aggressively, they clearly caught Splyce by surprise. One of the most impressive things about this fight is how by the end of it, everyone on Fnatic was below 20% health, yet none of them died. Every time someone on Fnatic got low, they either managed to kill their attacker or weave just out of range and drop aggro, with another Fnatic member jumping in to take the hits. Some great cohesive team play by the entire Fnatic squad. On Splyce's end, they made a number of mistakes that could have prevented this fight from being a clean ace. Initially, their setup was lazy. They didn't prep enough Caitlyn traps, and they didn't place any wards on their left flank. Also, once they were in the fight, Splyce had poor cohesion. They scattered in retreat of Gamsu, leaving their healer to die first, which cost them crucial sustain throughout the fight. But at the end of the day, it's Fnatic who get credit for winning this fight in such dominant fashion. Fnatic took the initiative to force a fast move in an otherwise slow game, and the entire team spaced and threatened Splyce properly in order to enable Reckless and Febiven to deal massive damage. All told, Reckless and Febiven combined to deal 12,013 damage to Splyce throughout the 35-second fight. With the teamfight win, Fnatic closed out the match against Splyce 2-0 and moved into second place in the EU LCS standings.